Hi everyone, it's Heidi from Flutterbyheidi.co.uk, back with a project for you, and this time it's a card and gift box combined, and you'll see here this gift box just opens out and holds a little hand cream, and the box part is 1.5 by 1 inches by 4 inches in height, and the card opens out like this. Now this original one I made for Celebration with the Lots of Lavender stamp set, but obviously that is now discontinued because I'm making this some considerable time afterwards because I've lost the video. I don't quite know what happened, but it has disappeared. So I'm going to make it in some current colours, although they are retiring things, using the Birthday Bloom stamp set, some powder pink card and some rose red card as well. So those are the colours I'm going to be using. So to start off with, you're going to need a piece of cardstock and you're going to need your trimmer. I'll put the measurements in centimetres on my blog, but to start off with, you'll need a piece of card that's 10.5 by 7 inches, and we're going to start off by scoring on the right hand side over here at 1/2 inch. Then you're going to score at 1.5 inches, at 3¼ inches, at 4¼ inches, and at 10 inches. This section is going to make the box part, and so when we are making our box we need to score it so that the lots of score lines is down at the bottom. So it's going to be our 1/2 inch. Then flip that 1/2 inch, and the next one is 1.5 inches. 5.5 inches and 7 inches is the overall measurement. Okay. Actually, I need to do another one. That is 6.5 inches. So to create our box, as I said, I shall put some measurements in. I've just missed a score line out, which is why I had a sudden moment on there. So, but my grid paper's moving. Burnish all the score lines. Oh, it's not going to go well, is it, today? Burnish all those score lines. Another one to burnish there. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be doing quite a bit of trimming. So you're going to need your paper snips or some long scissors, and the first thing you're going to do is trim away these long sections on here. And cut straight up, like so. And I will show you in a moment what that looks like, because it's just important to understand the box construction. It's quite straightforward, but okay. So what we've got here is our box part. Here is the back of our card, and then we're going to put our other piece of card on the front. So this is where we're going to make our box closure, and that was why I suddenly realised that I'd forgotten to write down a score line. So I'll make sure that the score lines reflect that. So cut up on both of these, and on the tabs we're going to trim away and trim away. And as usual, because these are tabs that are going to fold in, just notch those out slightly. Okay, like so. And these ones again, you can use a corner rounder or you can just notch out. Okay. Turn it around on the other side. Cut up. On those score lines, and then we're going to cut the little sections off both of the smaller tabs. So that's what it is going to look like. Now, while it's flat, it's a good time to decorate it. Just notice I haven't burnished that score line. This is where we're going to attach our other one, so you do want to notch that out at quite an angle, just so you haven't got any bulk. So we're going to be decorating the front of this. So I've cut a panel of rose red cardstock, which is 1.5 by 3 3/4. I'm just going to pop on the front there. And then I'm actually using some of the Painted Love wet glue to the rescue. My fuse has just decided to run out. And just pop a piece of Painted Love on the front there. And although this has got Melon Mambo in, it actually works really well with the rose red. So this is 1.25 by 3.5, the DSP. So next I'm going to use some red tape on the side here. And I'm using red tape because that's the super sticky tape that I find works really well for boxes in the absence of my fuse. And because this is a very fine one, I'm just going to keep that to one side. Now, to get this to work, we want that to fit on there. So fold it so this piece with the panel on is on the left, and tuck that under, and that will make sure it's nice and square. And then all you have to do is tuck in the top and bottom sections of those. So that's one that I've notched out, which fits in really well, and I forgot to notch out on here, so I just need to snip that very slightly, and that will create our boxed section on the top there. So once we've done that, you're going to need a piece of card for the front, which is 4 by 4 inches, and that is just going to fit on the front there. So again, I'm just going to pop tape on the tab, and you might want, if you've got the time, you might want to use some liquid glue for that, just because it gives you a little bit of wriggle room. And what I'm going to do is just burnish this down really well. And this piece, I'm going to line it up on the card here. That's going to tuck in like so. Then we've got another panel of rose red. I'm going to put on the front here, and then pop one on the inside. Again, you can decorate the inside panel of that as well if you want to. And the decoration, you can decorate as much or as little as you like. And once you've done that, we've got a piece of plain Whisper White, which we're going to pop on the inside there. And that's where you could pop your sentiment if you wanted to. And then to decorate the front, I've stamped the Blossoms image on some Whisper White cardstock. And I've then coloured with our blends. And this is where we use the light and the dark. And you'll see I've just come in and just need to blend those a little bit more, as you can see here, just to soften those lines. And the beautiful thing about blends is that you can come in and do as much or as little as you want, and come in afterwards a little bit more colour, and that creates our panel. So I'll put my centre panel in here. I've actually used a Memento Grey for that one, which Stampin' Up don't stock, just because on some of the images you don't always want a really dark outline. So I've used a much softer one, and that's stamped onto a piece which is 3.5 by 3.5. So there we have our gift box, which there we go. There we've got a gift box that's a gift box and a card combined, and I hope you enjoy making one. As I say, I'll pop all the measurements on my blog so that you can follow it, and I say I've done it so that it closes with a tab both top and bottom. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me again soon. Bye now.